Well, I just got a Ghost Rider with his chopper here, and I know it's the 5-point articulation figure, and I typically go with more articulation, but I really wanted that motorcycle. So I just wanted to do a quick unboxing, take a look at it, and maybe see how it compares to, or how it fits the motorcycle, that is, with the other 3.75-inch figures. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and get to that, and we'll go from there. So first things you'll notice, box shows the figure, shows the character in action as far as the comics are concerned. Top shows the figure in bike. Side, same picture. It looks like maybe a little bit, no, different picture of him riding the bike, and there he is as a figure. A little cutout looks like, and a little description for Ghost Rider. It says here, Johnny Blaze becomes Ghost Rider as the at the cost of his soul, joined to a demon with vengeance as his goal. Nice little rhyme there, you know. But that's the chopper. That's what it looks like. And then again, here's another picture of Ghost Rider right there. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the unboxing real quick. Should be pretty simple, straightforward. Just one piece of tape there on this end, if I can get there. There we go. And should pretty much come out. Okay. Watch out. Alright, there's the box. And piece I want to get is the bike itself, and oops, there we go. So get Blaze out. What we'll do is we'll take a look at the figure first, just kind of overview. I think the only thing I'm going to keep from the figure is the head sculpt, which is unique, I think. But I'm going to zoom in real quick so we get better look at the pieces. So this is the Ghost Rider figure. Alright, I do like the sculpt, different than the other Marvel Universe sculpts we've had so far. There he is. A nice little flame going back. And of course the back side. He's got the traditional, not the traditional, but the Ghost Rider uniform here. Again, 5-point articulation, so you're just gonna have, you know, 360-degree pivots. This leg goes up to there, goes back pretty far. Both legs do, and that one goes up, so you can sit down. But that's as far as that's as good as he's gonna get articulated. Head is what I'm interested in. I'm gonna have to crack it open in order to loosen it up. It looks like it's not a ball joint. You see there, you can actually see the peg kind of going in, and so then it's gonna mushroom in the neck there, and so I'm gonna have to crack it open or to get the head, unless I go ahead and just cut it off. But we'll see. I do like the sculpt. I don't know if you can see the translucency kind of lets the eyes glow a little bit, seems like, but I might be tripping a little bit. Let's see. No, actually that's just painted eyes. Those are just painted on eyes. So anyway, so this is a different piece on the head right here. The flames are actually another different mold and then glued on, which is unique as well. Not sure if I 100% like that, but it will be used in another figure maybe. Anyhow, that's Ghost Rider. Put him back here. Now this is the piece I was looking to get in this bike. And as it stands, both wheels turn, and this actually feels a little bit more rubbery. Feels a little bit more rubbery. The good thing about this is that you actually have some movement here in the on the handlebars there, which is real good. And of course, he would fit on like so. And I don't know how he would hold on. Oh, you know what? There is another point of articulation. Look, his wrists do turn, so that's good. If you were to keep this figure with the bike, and it does grab hold of these if you finagle them. And there we go. There's one and two. I don't want to break this thing right out the box, you know. So there's two, and it's kind of funny. I mean, he just his arms don't allow him to really lean back like, you know, like he would. You'd have to go forward a little bit, and yeah. Anyhow, the bike. My plan is for this is to give it a new paint job. I'll probably go with some gunmetal probably, and then paint the seat a little bit better. Might throw on some flames. I have an idea for flames using hot glue, of course, but also have a thought on. I have an idea about using some magnets because I saw that there's metal on this here. Yep. Okay. Cool. So what I could do too is to kind of make the flames come on and off. Use magnets and maybe some leverage right here, so that way the flames come out this way, and they come on and off if you want. But the magnet would hold it primarily, and then it'd kind of maybe have a little resting point right here. But yeah, probably give it a good wash or a paint job with gunmetal. Put some chrome on the handlebars, some chrome on the back bars, some chrome on the pipes, maybe some chrome on the wheels as well, and of course the engine, maybe chrome that out. Make this black, make the seat brown. This probably black. I'd have to look some pictures from about what the bikes look like, or what this bike could look like, and then maybe transpose that, and then maybe add some effects. But the color of the bike, it's red. Obviously it's supposed to be a Ghost Rider bike, but this doesn't. So I have the idea of using flames and hot glue, using some magnets, some neodymium magnets. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but N52 type magnets, and they would go right here on these axles. Thinking with this one, it's not. I probably have to do some cutting right here to allow this magnet to get on a little bit better. See there, it's kind of not flat or not flush to the axle. So I might use either a smaller one or actually cut into that little bar there, so that way it fits a little bit flatter, kind of like this one will. And so the idea is get hot glue and get the flames going out this way, and then on this side, since there's no metal on this side, at least I don't think there is. Let's see. At least it's not going to grab hold of that side. No, it does not have any metal on this side, or it doesn't go all the way through. So for this side, the hold will be right here on this bearing, or this axle, and on this side, kind of rest the flames on the spoiler type things here, or the exhaust pipes here on this side. And so it'll go out this way. You can catch my drift there. So the flames will go out like this. And then if I want to put flames on the front, same idea, kind of use the magnet and go out this way, that way, and have somewhere where it can kind of maybe rest on this side. So that way it'll have some more support, and it'll be supported by magnet. I do like the bike. That's what, like I said, why I got it. I definitely want to paint it for sure. Kickstand does work. Goes both ways. Of course, wheel spin again. A little bit of motion here. This looks like a separate piece that you can pull out. Yep, there you go. So when you paint, I can maybe do a little bit more finesse around the skull if I want to keep that color original. But like I said, I'm probably gonna chrome this out, so that might be a little bit difficult unless I use some I can paint it on. But I kind of want to use spray paint this time around. Not spray paint, airbrushing. So that's the bike. It is nice. It'll work for Johnny Blaze. To compare it with some other figures we have, or some other vehicle we've had in our line, the three-quarter line, we have the Danny Ketch bike. It was from the Superhero Showdown, and it's size as well. You can compare the two sizes, and they're about, it fits in the scale. I think this is kind of small actually, so I'm thinking that's going to be small as well, but it gives the look. So this is the Danny Ketch look. I had to modify the handlebars because they were really weak, and I had to make it play proof for my son. So I did some epoxy type stuff there, and it has a little shooter here, a little projectile comes in there, and you use this for the shooter. It's for the game that you can play with the Superhero Showdown. You can see the powers there: 12 attack, 12 defense. But yeah, this is the Danny Ketch type vehicle. They actually in the game itself, they say this is Johnny Blaze, but if you are a follower of Ghost Rider at all, this bike, this style is Ketch. So just to make a differentiation that Marvel doesn't even do, or at least Toy Biz at that time didn't do, which is kind of sad. They didn't differentiate the Ghost Riders, and so this bike will help to do that for our collection here. The thing I don't like about this bike is these, no articulation. That bike does articulate, but also it doesn't have real wheels, and instead you have these coasters or casters or whatever you want to call them, and just kind of a sad thing. One thing that is cool though is you can hang them. If you see this right here, you can hang them, going up or down, and there's another caster, another place to hold right here, so you can have them going up walls and stuff. Like if you really wanted to, he can be going up a wall, which is something that Ghost Rider has done before. But that's that. To compare the figures, I say. All right, here's the Ghost Rider that came in that package with the bike, the How bike, as I think they're calling it. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the Ghost Rider from the Superhero Showdown that came with this bike, and this is him right there. Now you can already see right off the bat there's a size difference, which makes actually the idea of head swapping, brings that into question, or at least using that head on the newer figure right here. I'm just looking at these two. Oops, sorry. Looking at these two, it might work. I can make it work. What's cool with this one is this headpiece. You see that? This headpiece, it is translucent. The whole thing is translucent. So when you see the light coming in, that light is actually emanating from the headpiece into his eyes. Whereas this is a detached flame effect, and then the head is solid sculpt of solid plastic sculpt. And so this head is superior, I'd say, to this one. But this is a very unique figure in itself, anyway. But the size difference itself, it is significant. It's significant enough to question whether I want to use that head sculpt or not. Just thinking, there is a female Ghost Rider, and I forget her name. This might be a good female Ghost Rider base head. And I just wish this was more articulated. Maybe I could even use this as a female Ghost Rider. I have to look at her height and stuff, but that could work. We're looking at, I didn't do the size yet. And while we're comparing them real quick, this figure stands at almost 3.5 inches. A little bit over 3.5 inches if you include the flame. So at like the base of this, at the top of the skull, if you were to measure that, it's a little bit over 3.5 inches. Whereas this figure, if you were to look at the base of the skull, it's more at 3 7/8, like, and then if you include the flames, of course, on this one, is well over 4 inches. Oh yeah, maybe at the base of this guy's skull, at the top of his skull, he'll be at 4 inches too, but he's over 4 inches with his flames, 4.5 even. Whereas this one, he's only at, tops, he's at like 3 7/8 with his flames. Yeah, so he's definitely shorter. Definitely shorter. Translates into a smaller head sculpt as well, and you can see that just by looking at them side by side. So it's bringing into question whether I can use a head sculpt or not. But the ultimate question for me right now, I'm trying to put this ruler away, and I don't know why. Will these figures, and I'm pretty sure it will, and I modified this guy so he, before his wrists were stationary. So now his wrists swivel. So if I put this guy, can I put one of these guys on this spike? And it should fit. It should fit. Let's see here. Even this guy doesn't have that arm. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. This head sculpt's awesome. This is probably my favorite Ghost Rider head sculpt. Right there. So he fits. So this would be a good John Blaze. Might do some modification here to the handlebar to make it a little bit thicker, so that way this particular figure can use the handlebars and grip it a little bit better. But he does definitely fit. Let's see, give him some more posture here. All right, there we go. is these handlebars need a little bit more thickness. And it'll work, right? So just imagine that type of style flames on the whip coming off this wheel here, up a little bit, and kind of going around as well. And then the magnet stuck to me, exacto, and then flames coming out the back. I think that looked dope. Of course, paint job needs to be done, but yeah, that's that. Now, just quick comparison, since I have Ghost Rider out with other Marvel Universe figures or 3 3/4 inch Ghost Riders. So we have one of the superhero showdowns right here. All right, and this is the one that came with the bike. Of course, you have this one, which is the mini, and then we have the Marvel Universe Ghost Rider. And these are the only. Actually, hold on 1 second. Here's the other superhero showdown. If you guys don't know, and these superhero showdowns are awesome. Look at this. Here's the one that came with individual pack, no bike, and just a stand, and the cards that came. I mean, same idea. Translucent head emanates through the eyes. You can see the light through the eyes, which is pretty cool. I think that's an awesome effect. This head sculpt's dope too. I like this one better, but this one's pretty fun too. I mean, this one looks mean. Look at him. Looks, but I like the fire effect better on the other one. But this is the individual Ghost Rider, and again, they labeled both these as Johnny Blaze. However, when the one that came with the bike, obviously that's Catch, so it's kind of a letdown if you're a Ghost Rider enthusiast. Then you have the Marvel Universe Ghost Rider, which came in, the Marvel Universe packaging. I don't have that anymore. Actually, I got this on eBay, so I never got the originals. But his head sculpt is similar to his. It's a separate piece for the hair or for the flames, and then the skull is a full blown sculpt. All right. So there's that one, and of course, the same idea as far as size is concerned. Much bigger, and the head sculpt is similar to, but not exactly the same. Again, I think the Marvel Universe sculpt is better as well. And then you have a variant of that same figure that you just saw, in that he has a more blue, I guess, uniform or edging on his uniform. All right. And so those are your Ghost Riders that you have in the Marvel Universe. This is probably the best one as far as articulation is concerned. These two are the best, probably, articulation concerned. This one here in the back, right here, and this one as well. These two are my favorite. These two are fun. This is, it's just a standard Marvel Universe. It does have a thigh swivel here, double knee joints, and pagan swivel here. With all these, except for these two in the back, I want to add some more ankle articulation, so that way they can pivot better. other than that, like, this is standard articulation for these figures. You know, ball joint right here, 360 degree. Just the articulation just kills this one, and that's that's to be expected from a 5-point versus the Marvel Universe articulation. You have the thigh crunch or the ab crunch kind of thing going on. You have 360 here, single joint elbow, swivel on the wrists, legs go up here, go back to about there. So legs go up about there, back to about there. Again, they have that thigh swivel, which is nice. And then double jointed knees. And of course your pivot, rock back up and down, and then pivot like so. Of course, and then you have, in addition to this being, you can rotate like this, but you can also rotate his swivel is at his hip. So you have ab rotation, hip rotation. Only thing I don't like is, actually this one has, this one has a very good range for his neck because he has that swivel there, so he can look up and you look down. That's not bad. I didn't snap to that. I should have known that. But yeah, so I wouldn't even mess with his neck at all. This is a great neck. So this one, this is a great buck for Ghost Rider. And again, I think this would be more along the lines of a catch looking Ghost Rider, or even a Danny Reyes looking Ghost Rider. Was it Danny Reyes? Yeah, Robbie Ghost Rider. So that's how I would differentiate. I'd probably make this. I would probably make this one the Johnny Blaze. Put him with this bike. This one might be a standalone or a different Johnny Blaze. This would be a catch. I don't know, maybe this one would be a catch. I like this blue better. And then this one would be a Reyes. Or even, make this one a Reyes. Robbie Ghost Rider. And then this one, if I can, once I use the head sculptor, take the head off and use the head, would be the female Ghost Rider. I think the head is significantly, it has a smaller, it's a smaller head. And so, focus on this one. There you go. He's definitely a smaller head, and a smaller head, might fit better within the neck of a female base, And there is a female Ghost Rider, and she's pretty intense. So I just cannot remember her name. So that's Ghost Rider. While I'm at it, might as well show you the articulation on the Superhero Showdown. I haven't done the modification here for his wrists, but I mean, look at this. I mean, 360 swivel. It is a ball joint right there, so these can come off. Then you have a swivel point right here. If you see it, you can't really see it because it's molded so tight. But there is a pivot right here around the ball joint, just like you would have around these type of joints over here on the Marvel Legends right here. That's the same kind of pivot point or swivel point you have here. And then you have double jointed elbows, which is awesome for this size of figure. Okay. Again, you don't have the swiveling wrist, but you do have pivoting wrist. So that's pretty cool. And then on this side, you have close fisted as well, and pivoting wrist, and same articulation. You see the ball joint right there. Actually, I see it right there. Boom. Come on. There we go. So there's the pivot ball joint. Again, here's the pivot. If you can see it, let's see if I can make you see. Yeah, you can't really see it on camera. But it's just pivot right there. And then your double elbows on this side. And of course your wrist pivot, which is nice. And then you have your neck articulation. I mean, this particular Ghost Rider, it doesn't have much range of motion, but look at that. You see the spine, neck, that's pretty dope. And of course the head sculpt's awesome. The soft goods on this is pretty sweet. Plus these spikes, and they're dope. You have an ab crunch right here. It doesn't really go much right here. See it? Then you have your swivel and a little bit of crunch there on the waist. The waist is held by this ball joint. And then leg, go up that much, go back that much. Then you have a swivel point right there. And these are all held on by ball joints as well. Or I should say peg ball joints. So there's a swivel there. Then you have a double knee joint, just like Marvel Universe ones. All right. Then you have your shin rotation, which is great. Then you have your ankle rocker. Well, it's not quite a rocker, so it doesn't do the rocking swivel, but it does do. There's enough there; it can kind of swivel a little bit. But that's the one thing I think I would change if I really wanted to get into remodifying these figures, is actually make them ankle rockers instead of just as they are. Let's see if I can pull this off. As they are, these are just straight up like a ball pivot joint, and it does not angle correctly at the shoe. It goes straight down into the shoe. So the shoe's right here, and it goes straight down versus at an angle. And the angle would allow the rocking, whereas this one just allows the pivot that's kind of standard for even the Marvel Universe, which is kind of sad because it was so close to having an ankle rocker on these figures, and can't do nothing about it from manufacturing standpoint, but you can definitely modify if you have the patience and the tools to do that. Same articulation here, just addition. The variation here is in the sculpt. Head sculpt is different, and the body, the suit is different as well. Let's see if I get you guys in focus here. There we go. The suit is a little variated here. They have longer spikes at the top, and the vest here, or the chest, is different, and the belt is different. Or at least right here, it's different, I should say. This one's more, you don't have the open jacket. Here you have the open jacket. Arms are pretty much the same. The only difference is on this side, you have the belt, the belt on his arm, and on this side, you have the belt on his arm, and this side is plain, and on this side it's plain. So his right arm is plain on this one. The left arm is kind of a plain on this one, and then on the right arm on this one has a belt. The left on this one has this belt. Legs are pretty similar. This one has spikes on the legs, so it's actually a different sculpt on at least the bottom part of the legs. and this one does not have the spikes on the legs, just has straight up boots. Just look at that sculpt, man. This sculpt is awesome. Both of them, both these two, like I said, these are probably my favorite Ghost Riders in general. And this series, the Superhero Showdowns or Marvel Legends Showdown, are my favorite series for the scale. And they're just awesome. I really enjoy them. My son enjoys them. We play the game all the time too. Not as often as we used to, but school's on, so got a lot of other stuff going on. But yeah, that's Ghost Rider. His accessory in this guy being the bike, which is what the main piece I will be using. I will probably be using his head again. I'm not going to do anything with his body. Might use his torso for that female figure, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And then the bike, of course, is the main reason why I got him. And let's see if it fits. If it fits one of these guys. One of these guys jumps on it pretty good or not. It should, no problem. But they have a little bit smaller hand grips, There we go. Maybe not so much. Not bad. Doesn't look bad. So it'll work. This will work for this one too. Does it look kind of funny? Oh. Give him his chain. This is just me having fun with the posing of this, guys. All right, yeah. So it'll work. It'll work. So yeah, that's the 5-point articulation Ghost Rider. The Ghost Rider and his ghost bike. Let's see, what do they call it exactly? Actually, they don't have a name for it on the box. Figure and motorcycle. I thought they called it the Hell bike, but that's him. That's the bike, which is what we're going to use. The figure, we'll probably just use the head sculpt, if that, and then we'll add it to collection. Do some modification on the bike, make it more, make it fit within the line a little bit better as far as paint tap is concerned, and we'll go from there. You guys have any thoughts on what to do with that bike? I'd love to hear them, love to see them. Tap like, subscribe, give me some comments on what your thoughts are on this Ghost Rider or any of these Ghost Riders you've seen here, or if there's another Ghost Rider that I did not showcase here. I'd love to see. I think I have all the Ghost Riders on this scale. other than the retro. You know, and this, I consider this guy a retro just because of that 5-point articulation. Like I said, I didn't realize it. The swivel point here for that articulation, which is great for his wrists at least. And but you know, I consider this guy more of a retro. I'm pretty sure I have all the 3 3/4 inch Ghost Riders though. If there's any others, I'd love to hear it. Post in the comments. Tap to subscribe, and if you like the video, throw a thumbs up. All right, catch you later. Peace.